All right, so we're gonna talk about the importance of your friend group, right? There's a saying: "Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future." So basically, your friends can make you or break you. They'll influence you in ways that you wouldn't even think about. Honestly, I feel like more than your environment, more than just your mindset alone, your friend group is what's gonna have the most influence on you, whether it's negative influence or a positive influence. So you gotta watch who you hang around because you will become the average of the five people you hang around. So you definitely want to make sure your friend group is solid. Got to make sure everybody is moving on one accord because the moment somebody falls off, you by default are responsible for their shortcomings. Because if if you say that's your friend, or if you say that's your business partner, if you say this is somebody in your group that's, you know what I'm saying, y'all are going the same destination together, you by default have to make sure that they're good on all aspects. Now, I'm not gonna say that they're gonna be the best of friends, right? But friends is like the people that, let's not even say friends, let's just say the people that you hang around with, right? In some way, some shape or form, you are rubbing off on them, they are rubbing off on you. So if y'all both say, "Hey, I'm trying to start this business," and y'all don't, like I said, y'all don't even have to be business partners. Y'all can just be in the same group, in the same circle, in the same proximity, right? But if y'all are both trying to work on this business plan and somebody needs help and you just turn a blind eye and act like you don't see it, you're just as bad as somebody who's stabbing them in the back. If you let them get off the hook with, you know what I'm saying, smoking when they're not supposed to, drinking when they're not supposed to, using their money for other things versus putting it into the business, bro, you got to be able to hold them accountable because this is where the trust aspect comes in. And like I said in my previous video, it's not always about money. It's more so about integrity, more so about the character that's being shown through the friendship because no matter how much money you got, that doesn't buy loyalty, that doesn't buy trust, that doesn't buy respect. You see what I'm saying? So you got to find at least five people, right? Outside of yourself, not four other people. You need five. So a total of six people, right? In order to have a good flowing network because as a as an individual who has a certain vision for themselves, who has certain aspirations, you need to be around people that build you up, people that pick you up whenever you're not feeling the best or you feel like giving up or you feel like it's not even worth doing. Because oftentimes we have a voice in our head, right? We always have two voices in our head. Sometimes it could be more. But me personally, I know I have two voices in my head. I have one voice that's telling me to keep going, and I have one voice that's telling me to stop, right? So a lot of times we can't differentiate the difference between the voices, and we often end up falling into the trap of listening to the voice that doesn't want the best for us. So in order for that to stop, you have to surround yourself with voices that are always pushing you forward, that are always uplifting you, because it's very easy to get distracted. It's very easy to get what's the word? Unmotivated, and it's easy to just give up on yourself whenever you're the only one talking to yourself. So you got to make sure that everybody in your group is authentic and genuine and is not a yes man, and that's big. You can't have any yes man around you because those people will let you fall just for the sake of people pleasing, right? So get you five people. Five people. It doesn't matter if it's a man, don't matter if it's a woman, if they older than you, younger than you. As long as y'all mindset and y'all vision aligns, everything doesn't have to be 100% aligned with each other. Just as long as the end goal matters, how you get there, y'all can reconstruct, y'all can refine the plan, y'all can refine the systems, right? But having those people around you is what's going to push you to the next level. And that's what's going to open up certain doors for you because a lot of times they know things that you don't and you know things that they don't. But y'all have to collaborate. Y'all have to be on one accord. Y'all have to move in harmony in order to really understand what needs to be done in order to get to the next level, like I said. So it's a lot easier said than done. You gonna run through So many people, bro, just trying to figure out who's really for you and who's really not. But you'll understand over time that energy doesn't lie. You know, the energy will always be felt, whether it's now or later. Like right now, the energy may be cool. It may not be the best. It may be cool, but as y'all go through the fire together, as y'all start to build things together, the relationship will either strengthen or the relationship will fall. Right. So don't even go off the initial energy. Right. You got to go based off their character, because all the time, not all the time, majority of the time, that can be deceiving, right? You can have somebody you think is gonna be your best friend the whole time, turn around, stab you in your back. And then vice versa, you'll have somebody that you really don't like, but they keep it so real with you. It's like, damn, bro, like, even though that you tell me things I don't want to hear, and the tone may not be what you want it to be, I can tell you mean what's best for me, right? And that can often be a friend in itself too. So don't feel like you got to walk on eggshells to be liked. Don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, maybe if I say this might be coming off a little harsh, or this might be too real, they can't handle it, bro. Just give it to them raw, give it to them straight, be yourself, and everything else is going to work itself out. And it's either you so genuine that they're going to weed themselves out, or they're so genuine y'all going to even get closer. So, like I said, this is more than just business and money aspect. This is in life, period, because there's always gonna be people that you don't like that you may end up liking, and there's gonna be people that you like that you don't end up liking. So it's just a weird paradox to that shit. But at the end of the day, friends come and go, and friends or just the people that you have in your circle may not always be in your circle. You might outgrow some people, and some people might outgrow you. Y'all might be, you know what I'm saying, on the same path for a while, and then y'all passions or paths just tend to go separate ways, and that's just fine, bro. It's life. Everybody's not supposed to be friends for 10 plus years, 20 plus years until, you know what I'm saying, they pass. Everybody can't go with you, bro. So just be mindful of that, and you know what I'm saying, just be a person of your word, because when you become a person of your word, that strengthens the relationship with yourself. And only people, like, how can I put this? The people who have the best relationships with themselves often have great relationships with other people. So the more you stand on your word, the more you hold yourself accountable, that rubs off on other people, and other people like to see that in other people. Other people want to hang around people that keep their word to themselves, because they know you'll keep your word with them as well, because your word is bond, right? And the bond means everything, because in this world, bro, I can't lie, you won't get very far trying to do everything by yourself. Like I said, it's always going to be something that somebody else needs help with, and you may have that answer, and vice versa. They might have the answer that you've been looking for all this time. So you got to be able to put your ego to the side. You got to be able to put your pride to the side, and, you know what I'm saying, ask questions. And if somebody don't mess with you because you asking too many questions, or somebody don't mess with you because you're, I don't know, just being yourself, fam, they lost. Y'all probably weren't meant to be together anyway. It was gonna fall way before it went up. You see what I'm saying? So just be you, bro. Stay true, you know what I'm saying, to whatever you believe in. Y'all don't have to believe in the same thing. And I feel like that's actually a great aspect, because y'all can have a mature conversation on, you know what I'm saying, what they believe in and what you believe in, and maybe come to a common ground. Not saying that there won't be fights, there won't be arguments, there won't be disagreements, but coming to a mutual ground is where everything else is built. Because if y'all agree on everything, it's like somebody isn't speaking up on what they believe in, right? So that's not a real authentic relationship. So you got to be able to just be yourself, regardless if this person is your best friend or if this person is your worst enemy. You got to keep shit on a neutral playing ground and not play favorites. You see what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you just not being real. You just not being genuine and authentic. And later down the line, that shit is going to catch up with you. So you're going to either pay on the front end or you're going to pay in the back end. But either way, you got to pay. So, yeah. What else? Yeah, just keep these things in mind because relationships will take you a lot further than just money alone, right? So if y'all have ideas, y'all can bounce ideas off of each other. Of course, like with the money, y'all can put y'all money together and combine that. But what's more important is having a group of individuals that move as one. Like I don't know if y'all know about the New Dallas crew, but they all move as one, and they move the people. They remove the people that are envious. They remove the people that aren't on what they're on and not willing to change and adjust and transform to get to that next level. You see how they all eat, they all win, and nobody is, you know what I'm saying, pocket watching and talking down and looking down on the next person. Because why? They all moving as one. They all have one vision that aligns with each other. And like I said, it doesn't mean that they won't argue, that there's things that they have contradicting beliefs within the group, but they found a way to just look past all of that shit and get to the main goal. So this is more about relationships than money, but money and all of that success is just a byproduct. It starts with you. So just build a relationship with yourself. Make sure you standing on your word. Make sure you discipline because discipline is the highest form of self-love. So like I said, people want to be around people that respect themselves. People love being around people that have high standards for themselves and are authentic in how they carry themselves no matter who they're around. So make sure you're doing the same, bro. So your boy Cameron Mitchell is out. This was a quick video. Go follow me on Instagram at CamJustGlow, and we'll be back for some more.